committed enough in certain areas. So if I was to transition now, if I had to retire or anything now, it'll be a slow death for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be a real slow death for me, and I'm really young, man. And I just don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't want that to happen anytime soon. Honestly, man, what I really want to do in my life is exactly what you see. And what you see is just creating for myself, from myself, for myself, and for those that are connected to me, specifically my children and my friends, man. Like you, for instance, us shooting stuff like this, like you just wanting to try ideas out, you're not sure about it, and just being able to assist you in that, bro. Like it's an exchange of energy, time. Like you helping me build my legacy, man. Like this footage, this audio, all of this stuff or whatever is gonna outlive me.
I think that's why I really do like content in general.
Yeah.
Like content creation, like yeah, it helps you build your brand or whatever you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
It helps you be creative.
Yeah.
But like there's a meaning behind it. Like it
Yeah.
helps you build your legacy. It's memories.
Mm-hmm.
Like when someone
Like a
dies,
capsule,
that's
yeah.
all we have. It's a time, time capsule. That's
It's literally that. It's literally that. And just just building the content. So then when we thinking on a business level, like in perpetuity, the true definition meaning like continuing to perpetuate and moving a certain cycle up until, like how people say, owning their masters. That's why you want to own your masters. So whatever is done with that intellectual property, you know what I'm saying, it can continue to create dividends as well as opportunity way past, you know what I mean, your expiration date. So, and then also too, it's like hiring somebody else to do work for you, except it's like you hiring yourself to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we talking about delegation and everything, as far as time and not having to do it over and over again, because people like to consume things over and over again. It's like a dopamine hit, you know. Dopamine being that chemical that shoots down from your brain down into your body, and it gives you that euphoric feeling, kind of like how when we out here in the sun and experiencing nature, you know what I'm saying? Going back to just the capsule conversation, it's like pills. It's weird how it's all connected, but content, you know what I'm saying? Content is a constant, you know, and it just keeps going and it don't stop. I think until you actually put your credit card, and before you even put your credit card, you got to be driven to feel emotional about what it is that you're paying your money for. Like that's really what it is. And when you go to church or whatever, like it's a reason why they play the music right before people get ready to reach for their pockets and give the money. But you got to make people feel something, and sometimes people want to keep feeling that feeling, so they'll patronize you from their pocket, because time is money. So it's like, here, I'm gonna give you some of my time, which is some of my money, so you can make more quality of the time that I'm gonna have in the future. So going back to the perpetuity thing, you know what I'm saying? It's all there's another word for it, not just perpetuity. It's like on the front end you get your fee, then on the back end that's where you get your royalties, or you know how I was always telling you about like
I know what you mean,
yeah, that's all. That's like even with publishing, all of that is just that, you know what I'm saying? Perpetuity. Samples, that's what the free content is for, free platforms, and then just like Instagram and all of that.
You are the drug, right? It's just kind of like
yeah.
a drug dealer. Here's a little crack, just to try it, right?
That sounds crazy, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, here's a little crack, man. Try this out real quick. And if you get addicted, which you will, you know where to find me. But I mean, it really is that though. It really is that. Like even if I've sold from 1 to 100 copies of anything I've ever put out into the world, people have consumed me. You know what I mean?
With that being said, where do you think you want to go in your music career? What are your main goals over the next year, over the next 5 years? Like what do you want?
To free myself from being in survival mode ever since I was 17. And survival mode, I don't necessarily mean worrying about someone doing something to me or being paranoid, but just trading my time for money. Like literally, how much is my hour worth? Because we've been out here for a couple of hours.
Increasing that value.
That's probably that's a better way to say it. Increasing my value. I feel like I'm valuable because I have a purpose. I was born, and I've impacted people in my life, even being a father of 4. You know what I mean? That's impact, and it's like, what bigger impacting you can make than doing exactly what God did, which is, you know, whatever you call him, you know, which is creation or creating. That's what the tattoo I got on my wrist is, create, you know, and just creating more impact and increasing the value in my time. That's really what I want more than anything. It ain't really just restricted to just music, to just talking, to giving information that I got inside of my head, creating concepts, writing more, becoming my first time author. And just, man, when people always say leaving a legacy, I've done that. I've done it. I'm a father. I'm a parent. I'm a concerned citizen. I pay taxes. I want to say that for the record. I pay taxes. But and even as far as my music, man, just having my whole catalog, because I got more in the vaults than I do in the actual world that's up for grabs or up for sale. You know what I mean? So when we talk about the whole thing with perpetuity, just like how you said about giving away the crack, going from using it to selling it. You know what I mean? That's really what my legacy should be doing. Once I'm out of here, once I decide to chill or retire or whatever, I don't have to do the leg work, what I've already laid out, or the seeds that I've sown. We need to take it home with that. Sowing a seed is just that. Do more deeds, doing more shit intentionally. You know what I'm saying? So if it's anything I want to see in the next year, it's that, bro. Being quicker with my hands, with my boxing, spending more time with my children, preferably having them all under the same roof, freeing their mothers, you know what I mean, where they either working for me or with me, and just real simple stuff, man. And getting strong on my business. Again, perpetuity, and not being afraid to collecting a fee, as well as being a better performer, not being afraid to perform under pressure, and just getting the soul-seed sessions going, man, and being consistent with that. And just being a solution. Every birth, I heard a pastor say, man, every birth is a solution to a problem or an answer to a question. So somebody asked for something or asked the world, or the world needed something, and so it needed me. And I'm just trying to move in purpose, and that's just being intentional. And intentions come from sowing a seed, and that's where the seed and the soul seeds comes from. It's just being intentional, man. So